House to Home gives practical tips and recommendations to keep your house up to date. Sponsored by Avista.
No, that's not the question I was asking. You don't understand what I'm asking the question. Frustration is all taking place right now. For 20 years I've been doing this show. This is House to Home. I'm Clyde Haase, and I really am looking for some help out there. And I think you're part of my answers because you may have the same frustration as I do. And as I said, for 20 years we've been asking and educating you, and I became frustrated to the point that I went to my very good friends, Joel White, Isaiah Paine with the Spokane Home Builders. They have a membership of asking a pro, call a pro. They're going to share with us, and we're going to develop a whole complete program so that you, the viewers, can find some answers. YouTube, Google, I'm sorry, they don't give me the answers. So welcome aboard, Joel. Isaiah, thank you.
Thanks, Clyde.
Tell us about, here I am, I'm frustrated. I'm looking at my phone and either that or I go on Google and I'm somewhere up in Canada. I mean, what about Spokane? What about the Northwest? Can you help us out?
Hey, well, the Spokane Home Builders Association is a local resource. Spokane Home Builders Association was founded in 1947. We serve the Spokane County region. And actually, we serve a 7-county territory in northeastern Washington for 70 plus years now. So we are there for our members and also for our community. So we say we promote, protect, and inform or educate our members and our community on housing-related issues. So we want to be a resource to all of our community members. We want to be part of our community.
Very good. Isaiah, you're
Yeah.
part of the program out there. You and I have talked about this before, and folks, it is so frustrating. I've stood in line to get into the hardware store.
Mm-hmm.
I stood in line to ask a question. Well, I'm sorry, that's not my department. And I want to take this to one more point, folks. You got to understand that you could pick your cell phone, you could take your internet service, you could just go online and find an answer or talk to a pro.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm after. You guys really like this idea, and I've spoken to a couple builders, and they are excited about it.
Yeah.
And we need to get that information out that the Spokane Home Builders is a group of people that are business people. They know what's going on, and they're all pros and professional people in their industry. How many members do we have, and how many different trades do you think we're looking at, Isaiah?
Yeah, well, over 750 members.
Wow.
And gosh, I mean, every trade you can think of that is affiliated with the housing industry. So that's builders, that's suppliers like lumber, that's different subcontractors, the financial institutions as well that are a part of this. So there's a whole cadre of businesses who are a part of this. And really, I think what you're asking and what people are wondering is, how do I know who to trust? And we can ask that question, especially right now at a lot of different levels. But when it comes to your home, who can you trust?
Yeah.
And one of the things that we want to do as an association is promote, obviously, our industry, our members, and bring a trusted source, a trusted resource for people when they have a home remodel project, or maybe they're even looking to develop land or want to build their dream home. We want people to come to the association and know we're going to get someone that we can trust. When we think about the values that our members have as an association of honesty and integrity, fairness, innovation, excellence, those are the kind of qualities that you're going to get when you engage in business with a member of the Spokane Home Builders Association. And we want to bring that trust level to the housing industry.
Well, I think that what Isaiah is saying and Joel are saying is that we're not doing a sales job on you. What we're doing is that we are providing a service for you out there. And I think that is one of the most important parts, and you can attach it to something physically. And you may know that person because you just saw their truck drive by as you were going to the store. Because that is what it is all about in trust. Mm-hmm. The Home Builders has been around for years, and I don't know how many years.
Since 1947, so.
That's a long time ago.
Yeah.
About 75 years.
73 years.
73
Yeah.
years.
Just did the math real quick. So,
Man, I'm still older than that. My gosh. Okay. Well, anyway, the bottom line is that the people involved in the home builders industry, they know what they're talking about. The associates, again, as you indicated, there's 750 people out there. There's at least, 200 industries covered?
We probably have about 90 to 100 different industries that
Okay.
are members. And so if you look at our category listings, it's even larger. So
Okay.
trying to get all the little varieties of each industry. So yeah.
Okay, now we're building this program and collection of how you can actually find us and find a pro.
Yes.
And so what we're looking at is that they can take their phone with online, or you can take a phone number and you could call, and you will give them some directions of who they might want to talk to that is related to that industry as a member.
Yes.
Am I correct?
That's
Yes.
right.
Okay, and you're going to continue to be a big supporting part, and so that when you're asking questions, and I was talking to one of the builders here the other day, and I said, you know, we have a issues that we even want to talk about when you first buy a bare land of just bare land. The home just doesn't happen. There's a lot of things that have to take place within this, right?
That's right.
And you have a staff of people or associates as well who can lead us through this whole process. So if I had a vacant piece of land on my side of my home, I could say, I wonder if I can do anything with that. And maybe they could call the home builders. Am I right?
Yes.
That's right. Yep.
Okay. Well, we've been talking about new construction, but I also want to be talking about some existing homes. A lot of us live in homes. I'm in the process of living in my home for over 40 years. I've enjoyed it, love it. It's home. And that's why it's called, it came from my house to be my home. And that's what it's all about. But how do I maintain it? Well, I'm going to share with you that as we go into our next segment here, when we come back to this, is that we have a major sponsor that's also involved with us on House to Home and working with the home builders and how to save money, how to make it more livable. And this is a case where we need to broaden our spectrum when we're talking to people and other people that are going to join us here. But there is everything from the mortgage companies, as you indicated, to the land developers, to the excavation people, to the remodelers that want to remodel and put windows in your home. I mean, what areas don't we cover? I mean,
If it has something to do with the home, it's a part of our association.
Yes.
So there's a large economic impact for our community as well. And Joel, if you want to touch on that, just kind of the what a strong housing industry means for our community.
You know, the residential housing industry, which we represent, it encompasses a significant amount of employees in this economy. So we reasonably sort of trying to be conservative estimate, about 10,000 jobs are provided in Spokane County just by the residential construction industry.
Wow.
So when you think about all the different trades that are involved in the building of homes and apartment complexes, other residential housing structures, so that creates a significant economic impact from the taxation base. And so when you think about the home builders, you don't think about all the different areas. So it's all the way from that initial startup of the home through the construction process, all the way down to the fact that then people are buying furnishings for that new home. So there's multiple layers of financial impact to the society that people don't sometimes understand. So every new home, housing generally brings us out of recession. So it's the way that we grow, we build, and it creates a tremendous amount of wealth for our society too, as your house assesses at a higher rate, as heard from our county assessor.
well, you know, if there's existing subcontractors or contractors out there that are not members of the Spokane Home Builders, they're certainly welcome to apply and go through the process of joining the home builders. And it's just not a slam dunk. They look at who is involved. You folks do a scanning through to see who they are.
Yes.
Because again, they don't protect who the subs are. They engage them into the same train so we can all travel together and have some good information. And that is one of the other things, is that not only do you just deal with Spokane, but you also have 7 additional counties?
7 in total, correct. Yep.
Wow. And so how far away are we reaching out?
Yeah, we're as far west as Moses Lake, so Grant County, Whitman County as well. So Pullman is part of our territory, as well as the Tri-County chapter, which is Ferry, Stevens, and Pend Oreille counties, as well as Spokane, obviously, and then as well Lincoln County is a part of our association. So a lot of different geographic areas, development in different areas of our region that are encompassed in our association.
Well, one of the things that again, a lot of the stuff we're going to be talking about, and as we get into it more in detail after this introduction, if you will, please, is going to be getting into the detail of how to take care of these issues
Yeah.
around the home and as a homeowner. But I want to come back and I want to have Avista to join us here as we take a break,
Yep.
Joel. We're looking forward to it. We're going to help and develop a close connection and a lot of information that even for those of you that are outside of this area that we're just talking about, there's going to be good information, and it's going to be online. It's going to be streaming. You're going to see able and go to, and again, and I'm not a junkie at this, but you can actually just push a button and link to these people. Is that correct, what you're looking to doing?
Yeah, we want to provide helpful information from knowledgeable experts so that people can have a more efficient home, can have a nicer home. And we want to provide tips so people can do that themselves, but also access to finding a pro when it's necessary to reach out when it's gone beyond your knowledge base and you want to make sure it's done right, done well, done fairly. That's when you want to contact a professional, and we're here to help do that.
Well, before we take a break, I needed some help. I know where I'm going with the home builders. I was a weekend warrior, and I can show I had got the wounds to show you folks. And I'm trying to move it forward. So I don't want you to have to battle all the time, because my wife said, I've got more projects when you get this one done. And I said, yes, dear. And the bottom line is, so we're going to take a quick break here. We're going to bring back Avista. We're going to bring them online, and we're going to talk to Tom Linhart with Avista. So for right now, let's take a break. See you on the come back.
To help you be safe, Washington state law requires you to call 811 2 full business days before you plan, for example, to dig, drill, plow, pull from, or pound anything into the ground. Be prepared to provide the operator with the correct address, cross street, and a description of your work. You must mark the dig area with white paint. The operator will inform you of the utilities notified of your impending excavation. Wait for all their marks. Be safe and dig with care.
When building a home or considering a major remodel, who are you going to choose? The Spokane Home Builders Association is an organization that works to elevate professionalism in the residential construction industry. We promote, protect, and educate for our community, building our community one home at a time. We are the Spokane Home Builders Association.
Here at River Ridge Hardware, we carry a great selection of Krylon brand spray paints, Color Master, general purpose, the Rust Protector for taking care of metal, Fusion for taking care of plastics, and the Super Max that can take care of it all.
Weather in the inland Northwest can wear you down. And if your gutters are in poor condition or you do not have gutters, you could suffer damage that could cost a fortune to fix. Rainman Seamless Rain Gutters has almost 30 years of professional experience in serving the inland Northwest region and strives to ensure customer service that is second to none, from the time you call to the end of the project.
Thanks for watching. Ask the host a question, recommend a guest, or check out any of our other programs on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or SpokaneTalksMedia.com. Sponsored by Avista.